and welcome back to my channel. My name is Cassandra and this is That Thomas Life. I usually post like cleaning videos, motivational videos, hauls, kids stuff. I have a 3-year-old, so I post a lot of videos like that. So if that's anything that you like, please consider hitting the subscribe button and like this video. It helps my channel out a lot. So today's video, so on Wednesdays I'm going to start doing some Q&A like tags like this. Just some easy sit-down videos if I have the time. It might not be every single Wednesday, but I'm going to try. So today's video, in honor of Mother's Day month, and my daughter turns 3 this month, I wanted to do the labor and delivery tag that I found. So I'm going to post all the questions below. So please tag me on Instagram and let me know if you guys do this. My Instagram and everything is always linked below. And we're in a new setting. We're in my bedroom. So I have like all of our wedding pictures hung up behind us. Later this month, it is actually our 5-year anniversary this month of our wedding. So I will actually have a wedding tag as well, but it won't be on a Wednesday video. It will be on a Saturday video because that Saturday, the 30th, is our 5-year wedding anniversary. Alright, so the first one. How many months pregnant were you when you gave birth? I was 39 weeks and like 2 days. Because I had her 5 days before my due date, and she was my first one, so she was a little bit early. Number 2, how did your family react? They were all so excited. So on my family, I am the oldest daughter, so I'm obviously the only one who's going to be pregnant. So my mom was so excited. So at the time we were renting a house from my mom. It was a house from our family, and we were trying to decide if we wanted to buy it. That we would have, some equity in it, and we could always, sell it later down the line to get a bigger house like we did, or maybe do some remodeling to it and do some expansions. So she came over one day, and we were like, look, like we think we want to buy the house, and she was like, oh, okay. And we were like, well, because we're gonna have a baby. And she was like, she had to sit down. It was so funny. So that was pretty funny when my mom reacted. And my dad, I can't remember how he reacted, but I mean, I'm my dad's only child, and obviously only daughter, and he's just spoils me and spoils her, so he was very excited. Same thing with my husband's mom. She was so excited. It's her 4th grandchild, so she already has 3 from my husband's older sister. Okay, and then did you know the sex of your baby? Yes. I totally thought we were having a boy. Had dreams that we were having a boy, everything. So when we had our 20-week ultrasound, which we were just sitting there, and she's like, yeah, it's a girl. We were like, okay. Like, we already had the name picked out. It was the name I've always wanted. So we never even like questioned a girl name. Like, I was like, look, this is what the name is, like we always just knew. And then for a boy, we kind of went back and forth, and then we finally decided it would just be like Louis Jr. for my husband. So yeah, it was just so funny. We both looked at each other and like, all right, her name is Adriana. Like, it was just cute. Do you want more children? Yes, we would like 1 more. 2 is definitely my limit. My daughter, Adriana, who is 3, she's crazy. She's just like her father, so I think I can only handle 2. I'm hoping the next one is more like me and a little more calm, but we'll be happy no matter what. My biggest craving from pregnancy. I don't really feel like I had a craving. Like, I still needed my coffee every day. I drank coffee every day throughout my pregnancy. And I had a really calm baby, so she only got hyper as she got older. I don't really know. I remember, I'll go into it later, but like water ice, like just regular like desserts. I'm not a big dessert person as it is, so I don't really feel like I had any extra cravings. But next one is the best part of pregnancy. Probably your 2nd trimester, when you have more energy, you kind of feel like yourself again, because the 1st trimester really like took it out of me. Like, I think I slept 20 hours a day my whole entire 1st trimester. Yeah, but my 2nd trimester was just really nice. You just gotta, what I did during my 2nd trimester was I did a lot of like, I I went out and about. I tried to do like as many things as like a single, just me by myself again. Because once you have a kid, it's like you have to find someone to watch the child. Like, you know, yeah, you have a husband and they're, you know, your father, the father and the baby watches the kid too, but, you know, everyone, you know, kind of wanted to be able to still do things. So just kind of soaking in those last minutes of just being able to say, hey, I'm going to go here, and you just do it. Sometimes it's just easier, like, especially now that she's 3, like, I don't always want to take her somewhere with me because it's just a hassle, but it was a lot easier when she was little to take her places. Worst part of pregnancy, specifically for me, I got shingles. Apparently that's common. I think it was before I found out. By the time I found out what we were having, it had already gotten like so much better. So I was probably like 14 or 15 weeks pregnant. During my second trimester, that was like my biggest issue. But mine never got that bad, like what you see on the commercials. It was just like raised bumps. It was on the side of my head. I actually had them like all throughout my scalp, and it hurt so bad. It's really just the nerve pain. Like I couldn't even brush my hair, and as you can tell, I have a lot of hair. So it hurt very bad. That was really my worst part of pregnancy. And I used to get like, by my like hip, I couldn't walk that long towards the end of my pregnancy. I used to get a really bad shooting pain. But I mean, it didn't last long. I would just have to sit down, like if I went to the mall to wander around, I would just have to sit down for a few minutes and it would go away. Did you have any names picked out? Yes. So my girl name was always Adriana Marie. That's what I've always wanted. That's what her name is. And then for a boy, I think we wanted Lorenzo because it also began with an L. And then like when it got really close for us to find out what we were having, we were like, yeah, it'll just be Louis Jr. So, and same thing, you know, when we go to have a second baby, Louis Jr., and then we just really need to figure out a girl name. I don't really like any other girl names. I'm very picky. So let me know your favorite girl names below. Next one is who was there when you gave birth. So it was my husband, obviously, my mom, and my mother-in-law, which our hospital was allowed to have 3 people. Obviously, not obviously, but everyone's husband is different. Mine played video games on his phone the entire time, and the one time he tried to feed me ice chips because my mom went to the bathroom, the ice chips went everywhere, all down. I was like, you're done. You know, like, he has to be there because it's his kid, but he was not the most helpful. So yeah, having my mother and my mother-in-law there was more helpful. And then I don't know if every hospital does this, but like my mom and my mother-in-law both held my legs like as I was giving birth. So I don't know if like other people, like they have nurses that do that. But when we went, May was a very popular month and there was a lot of people in labor. Sorry, my daughter's calling for me. Alright, so like I was saying, I don't know how it is at every hospital, but we did have a lot of people who were pregnant at the same time, like scheduled, I guess, to give birth around the same time. So I don't know if it's just because it was really busy, but yeah, that's how it was at my hospital. At the end of the questions, sorry, I'm out of breath, I ran up the steps. At the end of the questions, I'm going to do my leg labor story, I guess. Okay. Did you have a birth plan? Really? My only, I guess, stuff was that I did want an epidural. I wanted to do skin to skin like as soon as possible. Really nothing else. I mean, I was very laid back about it, which it's weird because like I'm very like nitpicky with like little things, but like big important stuff, I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. Like my wedding, I planned my wedding 5 months before my wedding. Yeah. Which is not me. I don't know. When it's something really big, I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. I don't stress about it. I don't know. Just found a gross bug downstairs, guys. Of course. It was a big red bug. I don't really know. But the next question was, did you record your labor? No. Will I for the next one? I might like vlog some stuff, but probably not the labor. I don't know. Because it's not like I did YouTube or like, I don't know, I wasn't very big on social media. Like, I didn't want anyone to know we were at the hospital until like we gave birth. I mean, people, like, my husband's got a lot of aunts, like they all knew, like my aunts knew, but like it wasn't on social media that we were like at the hospital, because we weren't there that long anyway before I gave birth. Next one is natural or medicated. I needed that epidural. I screamed even with the epidural, people. Like, I'm not good with pain. It was bad. Were you scared of labor? Yes. But like not in the moment. I wasn't. I think I was like leading up to it. Like I was getting very nervous, like, especially when we were at the one birthing class and they went over like what happens during a C-section, and I was like, that's not happening. Sorry, I know how people get C-sections. I don't know if they do it on purpose. I know a lot of people try for a VBAC, you know, the second time, but just hearing like what happens, like I didn't need to know. So like even like the regular things with like a regular birth, I was just like, I don't want to know. Like I'd rather not know, like some things. I don't know. What did you look forward to most after pregnancy? Sushi and Huggies. That was what I got. California rolls and an Italian hoagie. What I wanted. That was what I looked forward most. Next question, did you breastfeed? Yes, I breastfed until 16 months old. After a year, we started to wean, and then by the time she was 16 months old, like we were really only doing it at night to put her to bed, and by then, like one night, out of nowhere, she was just asleep and then never asked for milkies again. So, did you plan to work or stay home? So for me, I worked from home. I worked from home since a month before I found out I was pregnant, and I still work from home. So, and I'm with her. She's here. She's hopefully going to start preschool in the fall. We'll see. She needs to be potty trained by then. I'm going to let y'all know how that potty training goes. I'm hoping it'll be alright. She's very, like, nervous. Like, she doesn't want anything to do with it, but we'll see. Next one, did you make your own baby food? I thought I was going to, but I didn't. I bought the Beech Nut brand. And then the Aldi, they have their own like baby food line. It's organic. She really only had purees for like 2 months. And then once she got her pincer grip, I mean, I was just cubing up food and she was eating it. And she always had a lot of teeth. So I think that really, really helped her with her solids, because she would go from like taking a spoon of puree to chewing up whatever she needed to chew and never gagged once. Like, I know a lot of people do baby-led weaning. It's not for me. No. If my kid gags, I'm gonna get off. No. It's not for me. I guess they call it accelerated weaning, because she really only did purees for 2 months to gain weight, because she was very tiny. And then she just added in the pincer, like cube-sized food, and she was good. And she never had a problem going between the two different textures. Yeah, and she ate everything. Like, I see a lot of people posting, you know, about baby-led weaning and pictures of their kids eating, and they're covered from head to toe in their food, and I'm like, my kid ate everything. Like, there was no food to go anywhere. Like, I don't know. So, I mean, that's just me. And I have OCD about, like, making a mess. And my kid did really well with just, like, she ate all of her food. Never had a problem. The last question was nursery idea, or what was the nursery theme. She was a mermaid, and not specifically like Little Mermaid, like it was more of just like cartoony mermaids or just mermaids in general. Her bedroom was like a baby blue at her old house, and it looked really nice with the white furniture. And now here she has a purple room. It's not like this purple. It's like a brighter purple. I think I showed it in one of my other videos. I'll link the video below. It's the toddler clothing haul for spring. And we cleaned her room, so you'll see what her room looks like now. It's frozen. But there's still a lot of mermaid stuff in her room. We just have a ton of it. So yeah, that was what her nursery theme was. And my baby shower, which I planned with my mom and mother-in-law. And it was also the theme of her first birthday party. So this year, because we're in, you know, quarantine, I was going to do a really big Vampirina party with like 2-foot or 3-foot cutouts of Vampirina, like the whole nine, because I do events and like decorating, treats, all that kind of stuff. But I think I'm just going to do like pastels and like a treat theme, like donuts and ice cream, that kind of thing. So that'll be probably next week's video. I'll probably just vlog it, that way you guys can see everything, get some ideas if you want to do something similar. But yeah, they were all the questions. Now I just want to kind of go over, I guess, what my labor and delivery story was. So 3 years ago, it was Mother's Day. We woke up early in the morning and my husband was like, let's go to Longwood Gardens. Okay, so mind you, that was May 14th. I was due May 19th. So Longwood Gardens is 2 hours away from our house. And you walk forever. Like, I guess he didn't know that. And I was like, we're not going there. Like, I am sorry. I don't want to do anything. It's Mother's Day. And I'm 9 months pregnant. Like, no. But I asked for water ice. I had cotton candy water ice. And he bought me like a gallon. It's like bigger than my head of cotton candy water ice. And we didn't really do much. We went to bed. And I was having such a hard time sleeping. I mean, I was 9 months pregnant. And I just felt like I had to pee. And I was like, oh my god, I gotta pee. I'm like, I'm gonna have to get out of bed. Like, I was finally starting to fall asleep. And then just a gush. And I was like, oh my god. And I like ran into the bathroom. And my husband jumped up. He was like, oh my god, what's happening? And so yeah, my water broke. It's like 11 o'clock at night. My husband called the on-call gynecologist. And my OBGYN has like 13 doctors and like 2 midwives, like they have a ton of people. So I didn't even care who it was. I saw all of them. They were all great. And they were like, okay, go to, you know, labor and delivery, blah, blah, blah. Get checked in. Now, I had never gotten my cervix checked at any of my appointments because I felt like, I don't know, I didn't. That's the most uncomfortable feeling ever. And I think I was only like dilated 2 centimeters. So they wanted me to dilate more, but they did take me up. They took me not to the same area of where you actually like give birth. Like I wasn't in one of those rooms. I was in a different room, I think for like high risk or something, because they didn't want to send me home. And they gave me some medication just to soften my cervix that night. And then by 6 o'clock in the morning, whatever the medicine did, it was fine. I don't think I was like dilated that much more. But they were like, okay, we can go into, you know, the labor and delivery room now. So 8 o'clock rolls around, we get in there, we're all set up. I think by then I was like 5 centimeters dilated. And they were like, okay, you want an epidural, right? I was like, yes. So we did the epidural at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then after that was done, you know, they did whatever they needed to do. And then she actually broke my water the rest of the way. So that was like a weird sensation. Yeah, that was just like a weird sensation. I don't know. And then like, I was fine. I actually just chewed on ice chips, napped. I mean, I didn't feel anything. I had an epidural. I was good to go. And then around like 4:30, 4:45, I was like, Mom, I feel like I have to poop. Like, I have to go to the bathroom. And she's like, well, that means it's probably time to push. And like before that, they had me put one of them, like, I guess it's called like a birthing ball. I don't know, but it was like cylinder shaped between my legs to help my cervix open up more. And 5 o'clock on the dot was when the doctors changed. Well, 5 o'clock on the dot was when I started pushing, because I had to. Like, there was no stopping. So, I started pushing, screaming at the top of my lungs. And the new doctor, who started at 5 o'clock on the dot, came running in with everybody else because I was screaming so loud. And I just remember they were like, okay, do you need, like, more of your epidural? And I was like, yes! Give it to me! Like, I was screaming so loud. Oh my god. And they started to give it to me. I don't think it worked. I only pushed for 43 minutes, I think. 43 or 47. and I don't think I pushed that many times because you rest in between pushing. Like you would feel it, like you would push and then you would feel the pressure when you would have to push again. Yeah, and she just 43 minutes pushing, and they put her right on top of me. I think she had the cord wrapped around her neck because she didn't cry right away. I didn't really see. Yeah, and apparently they had to cut me. I don't know, it's called an episiotomy, right? Because I was tearing and they didn't want me to naturally tear, because it could have been worse, I guess. So I did have a 3rd degree tear, but my recovery I feel like was not bad. I don't know if whatever stitches my doctor he did was just great. That's what I'm assuming, because I really didn't, like, I don't feel like I had that much pain. Like, I felt fine after like 5 or 6 weeks, like you're supposed to. Like, I felt pretty much back to normal. Like, I wasn't in pain at all, actually. So yeah, I think maybe it was 53 minutes. Cause I think she was born at 5:53. Yeah, 5:53. So yeah, she was born, I think she was 7 pounds 4 ounces. I'll have to look it up on her birthday. But I think that's what it was, 7 pounds something. She was almost 7, yeah, 7 something. Why is my house phone ringing? It's a little strange. Oh, it's this weird number. It pops up on our TV because we have Comcast, so it tells me who the people are. So yeah, yeah, so as soon as she was born, they put her on me after they cut the cord, I guess, because like I said, I think it was wrapped around her neck. And they threw her right on me, and you know, they cleaned her up a little bit, took all the measurements, like, you know, everything, and then put her back on me. She nursed after like being born for like 30 minutes, and she nursed for like 40 minutes. Like, it was a long time. Like, the labor and delivery nurses were like, whoa, okay. So she did really good her first time. And then before we even left the labor and delivery room to go to like our room, I was able to walk. So, I mean, I know some people say after their epidurals, like, it takes a really long time after they give birth. I was fine. Yeah, I was actually really afraid to like leave the hospital with my baby, because in the hospital, like, the little like baby bed things are very high up. So like when I was asleep, I would just have to open my eyes and I could see her. So I was like very nervous of like whatever setup we could have at home, that I wouldn't be able to see her, or I would like freak out. But yeah, that was my labor and delivery story. Nothing crazy. I mean, the only bad thing is that I had the tear. But yeah, that's all. I mean, I would definitely do it all over again because nothing was really that bad. The only thing I would probably do about the whole entire journey, I guess, would be more of like afterwards with breastfeeding. I would just make sure I nursed her more because she slept very well. So I would just make sure like I woke her up more often. Like, well, you know, when they're a newborn, they're really supposed to wake a lot, but she was always a really good sleeper. So yeah, I would just nurse her more because I had a pretty good supply, but I think next time around I would really want to either pump earlier or just try to really up my supply more for the next time. But yeah, that was my labor and delivery story. Yeah, I'm not sure what my next tag is going to be. If you guys have any fun tags or know of any, please let me know. I might do like a movie tag. I don't know, anything else that I have. So yeah, if you like these types of videos, comment below and let me know. That way I can keep doing them. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.